Just get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. I don't even want to be here anymore. Job sucks. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. Oh. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the last weekly update. Been through a lot of changes. We can't even afford to keep the lights on here anymore. Because of this, we had to make some decisions. We had to make some tough calls. Didn't always happen the way we wanted it to, but I think we had a good run. 4 strong seasons. And an upgrade was my life as commissioner. And now I've lost everything. But you know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to remain positive. And yeah. Hopefully bright things are in our future. But who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, whatever. We have one final coach's corner. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even. No one works here anymore. It's just me. So I'm gonna try to cue this interview up for you guys. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just enjoy, I guess. We're gonna send it to Past Matt with this interview. Interview took place a couple weeks ago. But like I said, I don't have a team anymore, so I'm just gonna throw everything together. It's just me. So yeah, we're gonna throw it to Past Matt with this coach's corner. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Hey, for the pit!
I'm gonna.
Thank you one last final time, Future Matt, for that wonderful introduction. And welcome everybody to the final Coach's Corner. This one is going to be a special one. We have a very special guest. We have Coach Rick Dalton here with us. And we are introducing Coach Rick Dalton as not only Coach Rick Dalton, but Commissioner Rick Dalton. He is going to be the new commissioner of the Hidden Upgrade Dynasty. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Mm-hmm. Now, Coach, we're going to get into a couple things. Commissioner, we're going to get into a couple things. I'll address you as Commissioner because I feel like that's the more important title. So, Commissioner, let's start off with a hard-hitting question. What is the status of the ongoing investigation? There's been a lot of talk. A lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of rumors about you having a lawyer that was doing some nefarious things, and we want to know the status of your daughter's GoFundMe and what ended up happening with all that. So let's go ahead and clear the air for everybody else that's watching us live now and let them know what's going on.
Yeah, of course, we closed trial with a not guilty verdict, as expected. To sit there and to have, these charities, after my daughter had passed on, to have these charities come back and try to tear down her name. Because it's not my name, my kids are my legacy. And I just lost my only daughter, and to have them come and try to tear down my legacy just really put a sour taste in my mouth. So we got the not guilty verdict, and I'm not surprised by the outcome. And now it's time to heal.
Yeah, and cannot say it again more and more, but I just want to apologize for everything you had to go through. Glad you got the not guilty verdict. Hopefully you can put this behind you now that you have that verdict. But we'll move on away from the sad stuff and move on to the more positive stuff. you're the new commissioner. It's a huge deal, but you're also the coach of a brand new team in USC. How are you going to balance coaching and commissioning at the same time?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Commissioner. Former Commissioner Matt. You're not really that important anymore. Commissioner duties are far superior to my coaching duties. The one thing I'm going to do as commissioner is make sure every team has a fair opportunity in this league, except for mine. Because you see, after all the work I've put in with Tulane, and after all the work I've put in my offensive coordinator positions around college football, it's time that I get the credit I deserve. I'm sick and tired of hearing that, oh, Big Papa Jr. and oh, Haywood, like these are the best coaches. I'm the best coach in the Big 12. There's no second best. There's not even a third best. If there was a third best, it'd be another version of myself. That's how good I am. And so now I'm going to use my commissioner abilities to make sure everyone else has an equal opportunity to fight for second place.
Wow, strong words. So do you plan on ruling with an iron fist? That's kind of what it sounds like, and I don't appreciate the little slight you took at me at the beginning there. I'm trying to go out amicably, but you're making it very hard. But yeah, are you trying to be more of a dictator with this, commissioner, coach?
I don't think dictator is the right word. The people love me, and the people worship me. You know, I am their Julius Caesar. I am the leader that they can look to in the Big 12, and I'm not going to be ruling with an iron fist. No, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to say that. That being said, don't be surprised if you see an extra win in my win column. You know, don't be surprised if you see an extra win in the record, just purely based off the fact that I won't allow other coaches to beat me. I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain. I'm just tired of being disrespected. And now in this position, I'm finally going to get the respect that I deserve. Not only as a commissioner, but as a coach.
I don't think there's been a lot of disrespect. I think that the only disrespect you've been getting is from Coach Daniel Sleeper. And I don't know what you're planning on doing about him, but I'm very curious to see how that goes, because you guys had a little bit of a back and forth last year. And you talked a little bit about it. What are your goals as commissioner? You're going to have a lot of power, and that's kind of intimidating at first. I understand that as the former commissioner. But will you be taking out any of your frustrations with previous coaches that did you wrong, or are you going to try to play it straight?
Any coach that's ever lined up on the opposite sideline of me has done me wrong. They've tried to beat me. That's wrong. Oh, they're just doing their jobs, or oh, they're just trying to win. No, you are defiling and standing against me. That's the problem. A man who just lost his daughter. You know where my wife is? Former commissioner. My wife's still in New Orleans. I left her behind. This is all that matters to me. This job. Being the commissioner. Being the coach of USC. And so when you say, oh, what are you going to do with all these other coaches that disrespect you? It's simple. I'm going to treat them the same way I treated all of my other opponents, which is I'm going to beat them. I'm going to beat the brakes off of them. And if that means Commissioner Rick Dalton has to step in place of Coach Rick Dalton, then that's what's going to happen.
I just want to be clear here, because you're saying a lot now, Coach. Commissioner, my apologies. You're not going to be doing anything illegal here as commissioner, correct?
Well, let me ask you this, Matt. Did I do anything illegal when it came to charity fraud?
It depends on who you ask. And I mean, there's been a lot of things that happened.
Hold on, the commissioner's talking. The not guilty verdicts came in. So your answer should have been no. No, I did not steal money from my daughter's charity. And if I did, do you really think I'd still be coaching? You really think I'd take this commissioner job? You would never see me again. I would do things that no one would ever know about. But here I am, working. You know, I think of our president, Donald J. Trump, and I think that dude's a billionaire, and he's doing it for the betterment of the country. He's being a president for the betterment of the country. And here I am, a millionaire, multi-millionaire. I'm showing up to work for this conference.
All right. Well, you didn't really answer my question. You kind of answered it with a question, which is a good way to deflect. But there's other things that are going on, Commissioner. You got the other investigation about the guy that was heckling you during your game, who was found in his home, and multiple eyewitnesses say that they saw a figure like go into his home after you had that back and forth with him. So it's not just about your daughter. There's other things going on. So I just want to make sure that everything's on the up and up. And we don't need to necessarily talk anymore about it. I just want to make sure that we have an understanding that you're not going to be doing anything illegal as commissioner.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. So let's talk about the status of the Big 12. So we got a lot of movement. We got Coach Suburban Meyer going to Ole Miss from Virginia Tech. Big Papa Jr. took what many feel like is a demotion to Bowling Green. And then we got the national championship winning coach, Coach Haywood, you licked my balls, taking over your old Tulane team. Let's talk a little bit about how you're feeling about that and just the Big 12 in general as you step into this commissioner role.
We'll go one by one since you asked so nicely. So I'm happy for Coach Matt, or excuse me, Coach Suburban. I think the Ole Miss job is going to do great for him. It's going to be such an upgrade from the slop he had before. So I'm really happy he got that job. Coach Big Papa Jr., the same way that he's such a downgrade from his father, he took a downgrade of a position at Bowling Green, and doing all this moving, all this shifting just to not even make the playoffs this year. It's really disappointing for that fan base, the Falcon fan base. And now the big one that everyone wants to know about, Coach Haywood going to Tulane. There's a reason I left them. There's not a future there. That team was not good enough to win a national championship. With me as the coach, with me, the great Rick Dalton as the coach, that team wasn't good enough to win a national championship, nor will it ever be. I don't care who's coaching that team. And you really think Coach Haywood's going to leave him? He had to stack his team with a bunch of transfers, which he illegally paid under the table, but we won't talk about that. And he barely won the national championship. I mean, like I said, all that moving just to fight for second place.
I mean, at least he made it to the championship. But yeah, so we'll move on again, Coach. I wish you nothing but the best in your new coaching role, your new commissioner role.
Sure. Yeah, you called me Coach, Commissioner.
so sorry, sir, Commissioner. Is there any final parting words you'd like to give to the people?
Let's just have a fun time, guys.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Rick Dalton, for this fantastic interview, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to Future Matt for the rest of the final weekly update. Thanks, Past Matt. Hard-hitting interview. I have nothing but the utmost faith that Rick Dalton will be a great commissioner for this dynasty, and he'll definitely take it in the right directions. Last weekly update. We're here still, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, but hopefully you guys do some cool stuff. Good luck to everybody. Shout out to Coach Haywood for winning the championship. Of who gives a fuck, because he just left the team anyway. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Yeah. It's been a fun ride, guys. Thanks for taking the ride with me, and good luck with the new commissioner, and may God have mercy on your souls. Thank you.